Okay, part 6. So while my siblings were on the phone telling me that my father was upset, my father's older daughter got on the phone. Now, ever since she had pretty much abandoned me at the bus stop, we never really spoke, more than 2 words or so to each other. So this was the first time I was really hearing her voice. And she got on the phone and she said, "Don't let this change you, Brittany. Don't let them turn you against him. He's still your father. Don't let this change how you feel." I just remember thinking like, oh, okay. And I said, I need to speak to him when he calms down. So after my father calmed down and got on the phone, I just told him straight up, "I can't ever call you again unless you tell me the truth. You have to tell me what happened that day, why my mother is gone, and it has to be the truth." He said, "Okay, I will tell you what happened." So he told me that my mother was having an affair with a man who lived in our apartment complex, and that the affair had gotten very serious and my mother wanted to leave the marriage for this man. So my father says that even though my mother wanted to leave him, that on this day, he was on the phone with his older daughter, and that my mother assumed he was speaking to another woman and got angry. Now, let me just say, if I don't remember anything about my parents' relationship, if I don't remember the beatings, if I don't remember the arguments, what I do remember was that my father cheated on my mother all the time. Some of my earliest memories are of my mom throwing me and my sister in the car and going to find him at hotels, different places with women. So even with all of that, I still let him continue because honestly, he was starting out the story the same way his older daughter had told me a couple of years back. So I just wanted to hear him repeat the story and see if anything was going to change. He says that during this time, my mother got really angry and they got into a huge fight, and my mother pulled a knife on him. He says that they struggled a bit with the knife. He tried to get the knife from my mother, and in the moment of trying to get the knife from my mother, supposedly my mother accidentally stabbed him. He told me that it was his instinct to take the knife from my mother and stab her, but that he had only stabbed her once and she ran outside and fell, and that was what killed her.